What's up, guys? I was missing home, so I decided to try my hand at making homemade chicken and dumplings. Wish me luck. This is my first time, and I don't have any measuring tools, so here we go. I also thought that this would be a good time to address how I ended up in Germany, why I'm here, what's going on, how long I'll be here, all that fun stuff. So, how long? Currently, I'm only here for 3 weeks. This is the beginning of my, well, I guess middle-ish now of my third week here in Germany. So, not that long this go round, but I do want to come back here and live for possibly a couple years, a few years, what have you. I want to study sociology here, and I guess I'll get into that in just a second, but I figured I would come and check it out. I'm not really a winter person, so I decided to come at this point in time in the year because if I could still love Germany and Berlin while it's super cold, then, it must be for me. So far, it's been different. The cold has definitely been different. Windier, there's snow, but all in all, it's pretty okay. So yay there. So why? I went to school in the States. I got an associate's degree in history. I got a bachelor's in criminal justice. I started my career as a probation officer, bought a house, and, was checking off the boxes that you're supposed to check off in adulting. And I wasn't happy. I can go more into why I wasn't happy in my career path in another video. I worked with awesome people. Missed them all so much. So that's definitely not the case. But yeah, it just wasn't the fit for me. So I sold my house. Interestingly enough, I actually sold it to my mom. So I just moved out of the master bedroom and upstairs to a smaller bedroom next to my little sister, and packed my bags and headed off to explore Germany for a bit. So that's what I'm doing now. I've always wanted to travel, and I've just never had the money and the time all at once. So now I've got just a little bit of both. So I am trying to make the most out of that. Germany has always been on my most want to see countries list. Well, I say always. Definitely since I studied German in college, and my German teacher, my German professor was awesome. He actually went in depth too about the German culture, especially here in Berlin. So it just really got me excited to see Germany. And then also, as far as Europe goes, it's right here in the center of everything. So living here would be awesome because pretty much just the center of Europe. So I could visit other places in on this continent. I would love to travel so much more, and that's a plan that I have, but just kind of seeing where it takes me. This is all very, very new. I've always been the kind of person that tries to plan everything, have everything written down like an itinerary, like this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going to be in life next. And honestly, I am enjoying not having that, just allowing myself to discover what I want to do. I would love to be a writer. I'd love to publish a novel at some point in time. I do enjoy creative writing. I enjoy other creative pursuits too, which has been hard because I don't have any creative outlets here. I can't go to my craft room and paint, or something like that. So, yeah, we're, missing those things, but yeah, so discovering myself. I'd love to learn about sociology, I believe, here, because one thing that was difficult for me working in the probation and parole field was, I guess, the setup, the structure, the system that we have in the United States. And I am curious to compare that to another country. So that would be really cool to do. So that's why I'm considering studying sociology here. So, yeah, that's my Germany. I speak a little bit of German. So I say a very little bit, because I have not practiced since my first year of college. Not my first year, goodness gracious, but my first degree, my history degree. No one really speaks German in the U.S., so I've had no one to practice with. But I know better how to read it than anything else. So getting around can be a little easier in that sense. So when I went to Prague, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't recognize these words at all. Versus here in Berlin, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can kind of feel my way around what different things mean. And I have terrible anxiety when it comes to speaking German, or like when someone speaks German to me, like my brain immediately goes like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And yeah, it's embarrassing, but I'm like, English? And a lot of people do speak English here, but I am looking forward to hopefully becoming fluent when I do move here. So yeah, that's a little bit of, what's brought me here. Any more questions or anything of that nature? I'm totally open to answering. I quite enjoy talking about things I've learned in my career path that I started with probation and parole. It was a very eye-opening experience for me, and taught me a lot of different things. Yeah, so just that's pretty much it. So these chicken and dumplings, they're coming along. Oh my gosh. So at this point, you're about to witness me. Oh, Lord. So I have this chicken bouillon, and I was like, okay, yeah, I need a chicken broth. So let me think of a creative way to make this chicken broth in this bottle before I put it on the stove. And like, sometimes it's like, I try to MacGyver things way too much. Like, literally all I should have done was put this water in the pot and then put the chicken bouillon in there. But I just did the absolute freaking most. Made a mess with this, because a tea bag holder, I suppose, is not an efficient funnel. Bless. But Lord, I gave it my all. But anyhow, so yeah, these chicken and dumplings though. So it was definitely interesting figuring out how to go about making those in a kitchen with no measuring cups. Not the tools I'm used to. Man, even shopping for it was difficult. Like I bought chicken bouillon because, and I'm probably mispronouncing that word. That word's a struggle. But I couldn't find chicken broth or chicken stock in a can. So I was just like, what do we do? And that was the solution I came up with. So, and I would looked up and down the aisles. It was a mess, but, interesting perspective shopping for something specific. I've gone grocery shopping before, but mostly I was just like, what looks good? I don't need anything specific. But this was a new adventure. So over here you can see, got my pot going with the chicken broth that I made, simmering. I seasoned it a bit, and now I'm putting in those dumplings. Yeah. So this was my first time ever making chicken and dumplings, like, at all, and especially from scratch. I'll be honest, my cousin Lindsay makes them, and she still got me beat, for sure. I I need to take a lesson or two. She's tried to teach me, but I've always been like, no, you got this. But I guess if I'm moving to another country, I might need to learn from her. So, but it definitely it turned out pretty good. It turned out okay. Like I said, she still got me beat in that arena, but I had fun making it, and yeah, it turned out pretty good. So, thank you guys for watching again. Any questions, comments, what have you? I know I pretty much went from all about me to here's a cooking show, but hope you enjoyed the ride. Until next time. Thanks for watching. Show your love with a like, leave a comment as to what you'd like to see more of, hit that red bell to subscribe and get videos as they come out, and share with a friend.